The Cobalt Bomb remains one of the most terrifying concepts in the history of nuclear weaponry. To fully grasp its implications, it's crucial to explore its geopolitical, environmental, and theoretical consequences in detail. First, it's critical to consider the scientific basis and historical context that gave rise to such weapons. Since Castle Bravo in 1954, nations have raced to outdo one another in nuclear capabilities. The radioactive fallout from that test caused widespread harm, including unexpected contamination of distant areas like the Marshall Islands. This sparked global debates about the ethics of nuclear testing and the unintentional harm these tests could inflict, even in peacetime. Yet the sheer destructive potential of weapons like the Tsar Bomba and the theoretical Cobalt Bomb pushed these debates aside in favor of national security. The Cobalt Bomb, unlike conventional thermonuclear devices, introduces the chilling possibility of rendering the Earth uninhabitable for centuries. The Cobalt-60 isotope, with its 5.27-year half-life, ensures prolonged radiation levels capable of eradicating life. By comparison, isotopes like sodium-24 or gold-198 decay much more quickly. This prolonged danger has prompted scientists to theorize that even a single cobalt bomb, if strategically detonated, could contaminate vast swathes of land, effectively halting human activity in those areas indefinitely. To understand the cobalt bomb's potential deployment, we must analyze modern military strategies and technological advancements. While no country has admitted to building a cobalt bomb, evidence suggests that research into similar weapons persists. In 2015, a Russian state TV broadcast revealed a document referencing the Poseidon system, an unmanned underwater vehicle capable of carrying a cobalt-armed warhead. Although unconfirmed, experts speculate that Poseidon could unleash a radioactive tsunami, contaminating coastal regions and disrupting global ecosystems. The global implications of a cobalt bomb extend far beyond immediate destruction. Fallout patterns influenced by meteorological systems could disperse radiation across borders, making containment impossible. For instance, historical tests like the Maralinga experiments in Australia demonstrated the unpredictability of radioactive spread. These tests involve small-scale cobalt elements, yet their fallout highlighted the logistical challenges of managing contamination. Wildlife would be among the first to suffer from such fallout. Radiation can damage DNA, leading to mutations, infertility, and population collapse in animal species. For instance, studies of regions affected by historical nuclear accidents, such as Chernobyl in 1986 and Fukushima, 2011, have documented severe impacts on local fauna. Birds in these areas exhibit physical deformities, reduced reproductive success, and shortened lifespans due to prolonged radiation exposure. Cobalt-60 fallout could extend these effects over much larger areas, potentially wiping out entire species. The interconnectedness of ecosystems means that the devastation would not be limited to individual species. Food chains rely on the balance between predators, prey, and plants. When one component is disrupted, the entire system can collapse. For example, if radiation kills off herbivorous animals, predators that depend on them for food would also perish, creating a cascading effect through the ecosystem. Even plants, which are the foundation of most food chains, are vulnerable to radiation. Contaminated soil can hinder growth, reduce crop yields, and poison the vegetation that animals and humans rely on for sustenance. Water contamination poses perhaps the most critical environmental threat. Radioactive particles released during a cobalt bomb explosion would infiltrate both surface water and groundwater. Groundwater, which supplies drinking water for billions of people and supports agriculture, is particularly at risk. Once radioactive particles seep into aquifers, they are exceedingly difficult to remove. This contamination can render water sources unsafe for consumption for decades, as radioactive isotopes persist in the environment. The danger of waterborne radiation extends to aquatic ecosystems as well. Fish and other marine life are highly susceptible to radioactive exposure, as seen in studies of contaminated waters near Fukushima. Bioaccumulation exacerbates the problem. As smaller organisms absorb radiation, it concentrates up the food chain, leading to higher levels in larger predators, including those consumed by humans. This cycle could result in widespread food insecurity and health risks for populations reliant on fishing. One of the most alarming aspects of cobalt bomb fallout is its potential to make even the most isolated regions unsafe. High-altitude winds can carry radioactive particles across vast distances, spreading contamination far beyond the blast zone. Precipitation can then deposit these particles into water systems, including remote rivers and lakes. This process ensures that no region, no matter how geographically secluded, would be spared from the environmental consequences. In modern times, nuclear powers like the United States and Russia have shifted focus to tactical nuclear weapons, which prioritize precision over area-wide destruction. Yet the theory behind cobalt bombs serves as a grim reminder of humanity's capacity for annihilation. As global tensions rise, the potential for misuse increases. For instance, recent developments in artificial intelligence and autonomous systems could inadvertently lower the threshold for deploying catastrophic weapons as decision-making becomes less human-centric. Adding to this complexity is the role of arms control agreements. Treaties like the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, NPT, aim to limit the spread of nuclear weapons. However, the lack of specific clauses addressing salted weapons leaves room for their development. Additionally, nations not bound by the NPT, such as India, Pakistan, and North Korea, pose unique challenges to global disarmament efforts. While these countries may not actively pursue cobalt bombs, their nuclear programs highlight the difficulty of achieving universal compliance. Public perception of nuclear weapons has also evolved over time. During the Cold War, fears of mutually assured destruction, dominated cultural narratives, as seen in Stanley Kubrick's Dr. Strangelove and Neville Shoots on the Beach. These works highlighted the psychological toll of living under the constant shadow of nuclear annihilation. Today, the narrative has shifted towards concerns over rogue states, terrorist organizations, and cyber attacks targeting nuclear infrastructure. For example, experts have warned that cyber warfare could compromise nuclear arsenals, leading to accidental or unauthorized launches. Moreover, the dual-use nature of Cobalt-60 presents ethical dilemmas. While it has saved countless lives through cancer treatments, its weaponization represents the darkest side of scientific progress. The same technology that powers medical breakthroughs could be repurposed to end civilizations, underscoring the need for stringent safeguards. As we reflect on the history and future of nuclear weapons, the cobalt bomb serves as a sobering symbol of technological hubris. Its theoretical existence challenges us to consider the limits of scientific advancement and the moral responsibility that comes with it. While the absence of large-scale cobalt bomb testing provides some relief, the geopolitical landscape suggests that humanity is far from immune to its destructive allure. Preventing the proliferation of devices like the cobalt bomb is one of the most pressing global security challenges. Such weapons, with their catastrophic potential to destroy ecosystems and render large swathes of the planet uninhabitable, demand a unified international effort to ensure they remain purely theoretical. At the forefront of these efforts are international treaties like the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, CTBT, public education and awareness campaigns aimed at fostering accountability and informed discourse. The CTBT, adopted by the United Nations General Assembly in 1996, prohibits all nuclear explosions for military or civilian purposes. This treaty plays a pivotal role in curbing the development of new nuclear weapons and advancements in existing ones, effectively stalling the arms race. While the CTBT has been signed by 185 countries and ratified by 178, it has yet to achieve universal implementation. Key nuclear-armed states, such as the United States, China, and India, have not ratified the treaty, leaving significant gaps in its enforceability. These holdouts weaken the treaty's potential as a global deterrent against the testing and development of advanced nuclear weapons, including theoretical designs like cobalt bombs. Despite these challenges, the CTBT has made substantial contributions to limiting nuclear proliferation. Its establishment of a global monitoring system ensures that even underground or remote nuclear tests are detected. This system, comprising 321 monitoring stations worldwide, provides an unprecedented level of transparency and accountability, making it difficult for nations to conduct clandestine tests without global scrutiny. In addition to legal and technical frameworks, Public awareness and educational initiatives play a critical role in preventing the proliferation of doomsday devices. By demystifying the science behind weapons like the Cobalt Bomb, these efforts aim to foster an informed global citizenry capable of advocating for disarmament and ethical technological development. Misunderstandings and fear often surround nuclear weapons, but education can help dispel myths and promote rational discussions about the risks they pose. For instance, campaigns by organizations like the International Campaign to Abolish Nuclear Weapons, ICAN, which won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2017, focus on highlighting the humanitarian consequences of nuclear warfare. By bringing survivor testimonies and scientific data to the forefront, these initiatives emphasize the moral imperative of preventing such weapons use. The emphasis on the long-term environmental, health, and social impacts of nuclear weapons resonates particularly with younger generations, who are increasingly active in advocating for global disarmament. Finally, as technological advancements accelerate, it becomes imperative to address the ethical dimensions of scientific innovation. The Cobalt Bomb may be a relic of Cold War-era thinking, but its implications resonate in today's world of autonomous drones, quantum computing, and biotechnological warfare. By learning from the past and anticipating future challenges, humanity can strive to ensure that the Cobalt Bomb remains a cautionary tale rather than a grim reality. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this critical topic. What do you think about the potential risks and global implications of cobalt bombs? Could humanity ever recover from such devastation, or is prevention our only hope? Share your perspectives in the comments below. If you found this discussion thought-provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth explorations of science, history, and the challenges shaping our world. Thank you for watching, and stay informed.